Hi guys, my name is Victoria Bardovich and I'm the director of Yoni Elixir. I want to talk to you today about training your man to be tantric. So as a woman, the things that you would actually be able to access if your man was tantric is the greatest initiation of the feminine mysteries inside of yourself. And it's really important to recognize that when we're training a man to be tantric, we're not really training him. What we're actually doing is just offering him a window to access and tap into what is already there inside of him, which is his innate presence, his innate tantric knowing. And we as women have this incredible power to actually open and guide and show them where that power lives inside of themselves. And the beautiful thing is that we don't actually have to do a lot. What we're really doing when we're helping them access that part of themselves is just finding a place inside of ourselves that is so deep and quiet and has a resonance of the void, the cosmos, the opening. And when we meet that place inside of ourselves, there's something that opens up inside of a man, which is a recognition of the stillness, the Shiva presence that's actually inside of him. And how we do that is actually by learning to deeply surrender to self. So one of the first tools that you want to be able to access is actually this innate wisdom of your own self-pleasure. So when you self-pleasure and you connect to your own body, use your Yoni Elixir, use your breath, use that connection through your touch, where you drop in and you find that place that is ever expansive and opening to that, knowing that this void, this place in the cosmos that goes on forever, and you open your awareness more and more and more to that space. And once you can do that alone and actually feel like you're still in your body, you're still in your pleasure, but you're opening up to that width, that depth, that place of the all-knowing, the everything that encompasses what we know as the planet, as the solar system, as the universe, and you're able to tap into that consciousness, you'll be able to access more of your pleasure more naturally anyway. And the second step from that, once you've recognized that place inside of yourself, which I say that like it just takes 10 seconds and you can get there, but it will take a lot of discipline within your own self-pleasure to actually find that access point. But once you do find that access point, there's a place of knowing that you can actually find and bring that knowing of the void into your pleasure at any given moment. And once you've found that, the next step is actually to take that into your practice with a male body or with your beloved partner. It can be female too, but I'm specifically talking about how to bring a man into their tantric power. So let's just assume that your partner is male for this experience. And what you want to be doing is accessing this place of the void when you're in an experience with them. And when you find that place of recognizing that knowing, recognizing how that you're in the void, you're in that the presence of him and also the presence of the void at the same time, you're opening up the possibility for him to find the access point inside of himself. One way that you can do this, if you're having an experience of being with a male body and he is perhaps having sex with you like a jackrabbit, like boom, 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 you want to actually start to change your breath. So this is the first key. You shift your breath into that place of where that presence lies, and he will have a shift in his consciousness just by you going into that. And this is a skill set that I call being the stronger mirror. In any given sexual experience, there's always someone being the stronger mirror. And the stronger mirror refers to the capacity to actually allow the person that you're with, this could be male or female now, to drop into the experience of coming into your vortex, coming into your experience of life, coming into your experience of your body. And usually what happens when they're females with a male body is that we are pulled into the experience of the male directing the sexual experience purely because they have the penetrative force of the penis. And what we're actually doing is it's like increasing our capacity to actually bring the stronger mirror through the depth and knowing of the yoni. That void place, that place of expanding, is actually almost going into yoni consciousness, because the yoni has so many folds and little caves inside that you can actually just open to the knowing of where that opens to. And it's the same with the womb, right? It's like you're calling in a spirit from another realm. You're calling a soul to land in the body, and you're accessing the same consciousness that you would do when you were giving birth, if you have become a mother. So we're accessing that place inside of ourselves. We're drawing upon that energy when we're with a partner, and then we're calling that through with them by being the stronger mirror. We're breathing, we're knowing our bodies, and we're connecting in. So if I'm with a partner and I start to do that breath and open up my system to that place inside of myself, he will have a natural shift because he is being drawn into a different breath, into a different consciousness. And if you want to actually, if you're feeling like they're unable to hear that experience through your breath, you can actually do it through touch as well. So if you're with them and you put your hands on them, and what you can actually do is just shift your touch into really slow, gentle movement with your breath. And you imagine just taking your hands down their shoulders, down their arms, but you're doing it with such presence, and you're bringing this energy from this void space, from this yoni quality, through your hands onto their arms. And as you do that, you can start to call them into the vortex that you are actually cultivating inside of yourself. And this is one way that you can actually train a man to come into his tantric knowing. And he will actually be able to start to access this shift in consciousness if he's able to catch on. And what I actually find with male bodies is actually better to not tell them that you're going to be doing this, and not go into some sort of conversation of like, I want to talk to you about becoming more tantric, or I want to do something like this. There's a deeper power when there is an attunement to this energy that you're bringing. And if there is a desire from the male body to actually find, to be listening to you, to come into the vibration that you're cultivating, then he will find his way into that tantric knowing. And the other way that the third and final way that you can do this is actually by accessing your pleasure. If you go into your pleasure, and instead of opening up that pleasure where it gets very ecstatic and very alive and very loud and very like noisy, what you want to do is like access the pleasure, but then let the pleasure sink through into your body, and then open it through the body. So you imagine, if one way to do this is to actually imagine the yoni expanding, breathing breath around the yoni as you are accessing this energy. And this is actually a really good way to avoid premature ejaculation for a male body as well. If you're able to open up that energy inside of your yoni and breathe life into your yoni in this way, breathe the void energy into your yoni, he'll actually have the experience of feeling his penis expanding as you're going into that as well. So these are some really powerful ways that you can actually utilize and like training him to find the tantric inside of himself. I hope this is useful. Drop me some comments. Thank you.